How's everyone doing? I hope everyone is doing great. I hope that 2021 is still going strong for you guys. And I hope that you guys are all safe and sound. So, I am back with another video today, and today I thought I'd do a bit of a review, specifically on the 8Bitdo Bluetooth gamepad. Some of you gamers out there might recognize the design, and it looks just like a SNES controller, just modernized to fit joysticks, and then of course your bumper and trigger buttons. I bought this for $47, and I think on Amazon they're $49 right now, so they're not cheap. But like I did with my last review on the PC that I got, I do recommend it if you've got the money. I don't know if I would say that this is a top-notch controller. I think that there are other controllers out there, like the Xbox One controller or the Nintendo, not the Pro controllers, although the Pro controllers are good, but the other ones, the Advanced Wireless, I don't remember what exactly they're called off the top of my head, but basically they support USB-C charging. They also have some that are like, they take AA batteries, but there are others that have like a built-in power supply, so there is that as well. There are definitely a lot of other options, but I think that this is a good option, in my opinion. I'm not a big fan of the texture, in my personal opinion. It doesn't feel as, I don't think it feels like an actual SNES controller, which makes sense because this was actually created by 8Bitdo. 8Bitdo. Rather than Nintendo, so that's just me being nitpicky, but it is worth mentioning that it does feel a little, I don't know if rough is the word I'd used, but it doesn't feel exactly like a Super Nintendo controller, but it's really close. The indentions on the buttons, I don't know why my phone isn't focusing. I don't know, but like there are indentions on the X and Y buttons, but no indentions on the A and B. You've also got your two joysticks, your start and select button, your D-pad, and then you've got your, like I said, left bumper, right bumper, left trigger, right trigger. So, you know, it does feel a bit, it's definitely sturdy. I will say that. The texture of the controller, that's what I was trying to figure out what I was trying to say. The texture is not as I would have liked it, but the controller itself feels sturdy. I don't feel like I'm going to break it with my hands, and I don't feel like it's going to fall apart in my hands as well. It has USB-C charging, so it's like the Nintendo Pro controller. Some of the capabilities that it includes Rumble capability, which unfortunately it doesn't work when it's connected to the Switch. If you connect it to like your PC, it supports Rumble. What else? It does have turbo function. Now, I've never been one to use turbo, so I don't know exactly what you need to do. But the instructions that it comes with, it says, hey, this is how you use turbo. Turbo, turbo, turbo. And for those of you who aren't familiar, turbo is a capability that, rather than have you mashing a button, you just press the turbo button and it will mash it for you. use this for a combination as well. Like, you can have it simultaneously press two buttons at the same time, if I remember correctly. Like I said, I've never been a turbo user. I'm the kind of guy that's pure skill, no advantage, no nothing. That's not to say that I am good at all games, because I've actually used the 8Bitdo controller on fighting games, just as Injustice 2, and I suck. But it's not the controller's fault, it's definitely my fault, it's user error. So, but it does have turbo capability. Oh. Looks like my heater turned on. So, yeah, I don't use turbo, but it does have that capability. What else? It has the capability to be connected in multiple ways. So, Steam supports the Nintendo Switch controllers, which I think is really cool. The 8Bitdo gamepad, it allows you to connect in multiple ways. You can connect it as a Switch controller, or you can connect it as a regular X input controller, which is basically the equivalent of an Xbox One controller. I was a little surprised to find that this actually supports D input. Now, D input is an older form in which controllers could connect to the computer. I think like between 2000 and 2007, maybe. I would say as low as 2005 and as high as 2008. A lot of the controllers use D input. I could be wrong on that, but I do know that D input was an older form in which controllers connected to computers. And if that's too technical, it's essentially how the computer would recognize a button. If you press the B button, how would it recognize it? If you press the A button, how would it recognize it? With X input, it basically treats controllers as Xbox controllers, so it doesn't matter what layout you have. This would be an A, this would be a B, this would be a Y, this would be an X. The input, I'm not sure how I'd handled it, but long story short, X input is the current way in which controllers connect. D input is older. Because of course Switch is its own thing. But thanks to Steam, you can connect it as a Switch controller. It also allows you to connect it through macOS, so I think that's pretty cool. It also has, I don't know if my phone will focus it, but right here, it gives you I don't think it's gonna focus. That really bugs me. That's a bummer. On the back of the controller, it tells you how to connect it to the appropriate system. So if you have Bluetooth on your PC, you can connect it via X input or as a Switch controller. So I think that's really cool. It does have a home button and a screenshot button. I think I accidentally took a screenshot when I was playing the SNES emulator, so I think this will definitely work on the PC as well, to just take a quick screenshot. So yeah, I don't really have any cons on this controller, honestly. I will say that when I was playing the SNES emulator, it did not let me do up left, up right, or up left, up right, down left, or down right. So I thought that was a limitation on the controller, but when I was playing Injustice, like I did that, I had no problem. I could do up, left, up, right, up, right. So I think that might be a limitation on the controller, or how the SNES emulator communicates with the controller. It's a bit of a bummer because I had hoped to play SNES games with just, the typical buttons, these, and then but, beggars can't be choosers. So, like I said, I recommend this controller if you've got the money. There are probably cheaper controllers out there, and if you happen to have an Xbox One controller, I'm sure that one's better, but, for something a little portable, I would probably recommend this for sure. So far it hasn't let me down. If it breaks down on me later, I'll definitely let you know. So, anyway, that's it for this review video. I thought I was going to say something else, but I don't remember. Oh well. I don't have anything. I think I've covered everything. The only thing I didn't cover was you can use this controller wired. I haven't tried using it wired, so I don't know if it will recognize it as a Switch controller or as a regular Xbox One controller. I might try that out. And it also has the lights, so if you are using it on the Switch, it'll tell you what player you are. So that's cool too. Other than that, I think I've basically covered everything. So, anyway, I'm so sorry about the heater. If it's annoying, please let me know if I need to turn it off for future videos. Anyway, this is Benny signing off. I will see you guys next time. Until then, I am wishing you all nothing but good health, good fortune, and happiness. Just good vibes all around.